this off by playing this new Fender Deluxe. What was it, Neil?
It's a Fender Deluxe VM. Stands for Vintage Modified.
Yeah, which means that it's based on a classic amp, and then they put some extra bits in it. The extra bits are this really solid looking foot switch, which gives you access to the drive or the clean channel, reverb, delay and chorus. And that's why I played it with everything on at the beginning there, because we've had a little discussion, and the amp retails about $599. It's a valve amp, 40 watts, typical classic Fender design, which I quite like actually. One of the things that I like about Fender amps, even though I'm not so keen on the guitars, is the dials. Unlike my Marshall, they've got these numbers written on the backplate, which you can't really see if it's a bit dark. But these big white numbers right in the centre is what the setting is. You know, if you want, the Village Idiot's amp, then that's pretty good. You know, pretty good way of helping him out, because you can actually. There's so many things to control on here. There's a clean channel here, which is volume, treble, and bass. Then you've got the gain, volume, treble, mid, and bass. So it gives you more flexibility. Then you've got the effects, reverb. You dial in the amount of reverb. There's a little switch here. You choose whether to frig around with the chorus settings, or you switch that and it'll allow you to frig around with the delay settings. That's set on delay at the moment. So you've got basically a mini effects sort of unit in here, but because it's all built into the system, there's no unwanted extra noise. And I would say, to sum up this amp, is that it's got a pretty good sound. The Fender valve sound is more of a classic overdriven sound. It's not the more of your model, I mean, Marshall has a different tone to Fender, so if you like Fender tone, all the tone, this is out of the Vox amp, Vox guitar with the single coil pickups, and so it gives you more of a mid-rangey sound. The bass on this, when I played on a humbucker, sounds like it's wrapped in a cardboard box. It's a bit boomy for me. I'm not so keen on the bass, but it's a personal choice. So the only downside really to this amp is the build quality. It's a little bit crap really, and something I noticed straight away pretty much was that on all the corners, on a normal decent quality amp, you get all the corners with reinforced either metal or plastic, because when you're carrying these things around, you're going to catch a door frame or a door or some other monkey carrying an amp, and what's going to happen is the Tolex is going to be bashed on there, and then it's going to shred, and then you're going to have a scruffy looking amp. It's already got some cuts in it already here. We noticed the mid-range, because Neil didn't buy this new, but this mid-range thing's been knocked. That's the trouble with these knobs, they sort of stick out a bit and you can't catch them if you're not careful. And as for the build quality on the back, it's got a piece of like MDF covered in a bit of shoddy plastic holding the valve covers, and some twat had been adjusting it and it had messed around with the screws. I don't really know where they took the speaker out, but they left it so it was touching the speaker, and there's this rattling noise when you're playing, and you think, we were blaming Fender saying, oh these are shoddy, but it's obviously the monkey that had it before and didn't know what he's doing really. So,
unlike the monkey that's got it now, that still doesn't know what he's doing.
Yeah, that's you, isn't it, Neil?
Yeah, it's me.
Okay. So if we're going to go through some of the tones, because I think it's 40 watts, so if I whack this up, this is going to shake the foundations. So this is a gigging amp, definitely. The caveat to that is that if you're going to do a lot of gigging, make sure you're careful where you put it, where you drop it, where you put it in your boot, how much it's sliding around, all the rest of it, because these corners are not going to take it. Having said that, it wouldn't take much of a DIY genius to stick your own on, but if you're paying 600 quid, shouldn't they do it?
It's a lot of money for amp, isn't it? To not have things like that.
And I know you're not so keen on it, but I actually, my head that I got from my Marshall, which I love, my JVM, that was about 750 quid. So this is 600, but this is an all-purpose, gives you lots of different tones you'll hear, and you've got a lovely solid foot switch there, which works all right. As long as I don't know, this is on the. Yeah, you might need to stick some non-slidey bits on this. It's okay. It's solid enough to take a few knocks, unlike the amp. I dare say the foot switch will outlive the amp. But
I think you're right.
having said that, if you're careful, it's small. It's lighter because it's obviously not got the solidity of ply or something like that in the construction by the feel of it. I mean, that bit could be a bit of Frosty's packet all bended over with a bit of sticky back plastic written over it and screwed in. That's how light it is. So okay, so clean channel is not performing at all. Why is that? That's right. This is the other problem I had. The volume knob, when you play it on clean, if you're playing it, it's quite loud. I'm trying to get it to turn it down. There you go. We've got a nice clean tone there, so we'll just play a few. We'll put on the reverb now, which is quite a nice reverb. It's quite a sweet sounding reverb. I quite like it. Bit of chorus. Washy shine effect. Now you can really adjust these things quite a lot, so it's a personal preference thing, but just to illustrate the inbuilt effects. My personal favourite, delay to make it sound better. Okay, so all the different bits added on, we'll take them off and do the drive. So I'm going to crack on now because I've been told there's 5 minutes left, so let's go. Oh well, try to put the volume up there and get a bit of feedback. Got plenty earlier on, so yeah, it must be just the weather or something. But got plenty of tones, lots of things to mess around with on the dials, lots of different options, lots of. It's really, I think the thing that makes this amp is the built-in effects that are foot switchable, gives you guys plenty of options. We were doing like a Queen Brian May impression, we're turning the delay right up earlier on. That's quite good, even that that big sort of sing and repeat type thing going on. 600 quid. I wouldn't be that unhappy if I had this in my bedroom or studio for recording. I think it'd be pretty versatile. Gigging, it's loud enough, 40 watts. This does, you know, Fenders do go loud. That's what, you know, Ted Nugent's deaf from sticking his ear next to it after playing for Fenders. So they're not slow on the uptake for getting the volume out of them. So, you know, I think it's a case of if you like the overdriven tone. I think the overdriven tone you can get out of this as well really goes for it once you start dialing some volume. So we haven't been able to give you that sort of illustration of the overdriven tone particularly, but believe me, these do go. The only thing is, maybe if you want to get one of these, get some of those things that go on the corners. I think it looks tidy. I always like this this cloth on the front and the logo, Fender logo. I like the dials, I like everything. It's just a little bit, you know, be careful. So hopefully this has helped you get a little glimpse of what I think about it, and you know, 600 quid. Maybe a black star would be better value, I don't know. But I've always liked Fenders since I played a twin reverb at the guitar shed when I was about 18 or 19, and I had this whammy bar and I just cranked it up in the booth and everyone was turning around and going, well, who's that crappy bloke playing in there? So I've got a bit of a soft spot for Fender, so it's a shame that the amps are just a bit soft as well. Catch you later, fellas. Oh yeah, by the way, keep sending the comments. If you've got any comments about I'm talking shit, or if you think that you've got something from it, that's great. And if you ask any questions, you know, I'll try and do my best to answer. And Neil will try and keep the camera nice and steady. Catch you later, boys.